Don't you just love when you're at home on an... I woke up really late for school and I didn't go, and you're trying to record a ramble cast, and it kind of fails? Yeah, me too. That's why this next episode that you're about to listen to is incredibly weird and isn't coherent at all. And that's just because I was annoyed with myself for having woken up very late, and my brain was just kind of everywhere at that moment. So yeah, just bear with this episode. Hopefully, the next 2 weeks I have off will bring more episodes of this, but I don't know yet. Hopefully, if I don't make too many mistakes, then I can get episodes out roughly every day. But that usually never happens, to where I don't make too many mistakes that I'm like, I need to go and quote-unquote professionally edit this. I have Audacity for that, and so yeah, I'm gonna leave this episode that you're about to listen to uncut, just to see how my brain is sometimes, and just how incoherent I can say things with. So that's why that this next episode is the way it is. So I will leave you for past me in the episode, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so let's see if this works now. Let's hope this does. Can you hear this? You can hear bits and pieces of it. Okay, so that's interesting. This is all going to be cut out, by the way. I'm just playing a video game on a quote-unquote sick day of... Okay, so basically I overslept, like, a lot. So basically, my school starts at 8:45. Like, 8:45 is the last bell that rings when you... the last bell that rings for your first class. I woke up at 8:53. Yeah. Whoops. Is all I gotta say. So I woke up and I was just spouting profanities. Cause I woke up, looked at my phone, and saw 8:47. No, 8:57. I went, oh no, that's never good. And then I actually went into my home screen and saw 8:53 and went, yee, that's even worse. Actually, no, that's not worse. That's... Fuck. Sorry, I just died then. And long story short, I called my mom. She's like, you know what, it's fine. I'll rate you a note, you'll be fine. But I start intercession basically today after school. There's not much use of writing me a note. Well, no, there is actually a use of writing me a note. But, you know, am I? No. So, yeah. Well, hello. Sorry, this is gonna be a lot of a dysfunctional, my brain trying to get on the right track, sort of ramble cast. What I'd like to call it, a ramble cast. But that's basically what's gonna be. So to get started on Kamen Rider, episode 50 came out on Wednesday, and I forgot to watch it, and I finally watched it yesterday. Stupid. Because I didn't forget. And that was episode 50 was a very interesting episode, to say the least. It was just kind of it was a special chapter, quote unquote, according to the title. Just because of the fact that it was a lot of randomness in the there was a lot of randomness in the episode itself. It was just sort of a interesting, to say the least, thing. No, it was just that. It was just interesting. And we get started. Like, the episode opens up and it's basically everyone's back to their lives. Takeru's back in school, which he hasn't been in for about 6 months. How exactly does that work without him getting thrown out of school? I have literally no idea. Like, I don't know how schools work in Japan, but in here in America, if you're out of school for more than a certain amount of days, you get kicked out. They drop you. Or, well, now that I think about it, I guess they could have just re-enrolled him into either another or the same school that he used to go to. That would work. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, that happens, and then the little boy, interestingly enough, shows up, which I still don't get how that Skaraki Sports, the game cartridge, quote unquote, is what X8's calling that little thing. The bicycle summon game cartridge has the power to change the world. How? And this is the literal question. How does something that summons a bicycle have the power to change the world? Because that just, like, literally makes no sense. Like, literally at all. And I'm saying literally way too much. That's just something that I didn't get at all. But so I can only assume it's Dark Xaid, but I don't know. It could be a different name. But he looks like Dark Xaid, so I'm going to call him Dark Xaid. So Dark Xaid walks up to the Great Eye symbol, which, yes, it is the Great Eye symbol. It's yeah. And he clicks the button and it says Skadaki Sports. And then the boy kind of like steals it from him. Why? Ooh, this has the power to change the world. I'm gonna take that off you. Okay. I guess. And then sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. And then they see the, and by they I mean no, not Takeru. The other two, Spectre and Necrom. They see the symbol and they think, "Oh my god! Like it can't be." Well, it can, but you know. So they go and they see that the little boy is being approached by Dark Xaid, and obviously they fight. They henshin and start fighting Dark Xaid. Because that's an obvious thing that has to happen. I mean, he's an evil. Never mind. And then he leaves. Yeah. Xaid leaves, and then the Aram starts asking the boy questions, and he just looks at him. Like just looks at him like, stop asking me questions, I'm not gonna answer them. And Spectre, Makoto asks him, because he starts walking away, asks him where he's going, and the boy says Tetenkuj Takeru, and Spectre's face kind of widens up. It's really strange. It's really strange just to see Spectre's face kind of widen up and go, what? And so they take him back to the temple, and Takeru is studying, sadly enough, for school, and the boy sort of walks in and goes, and starts asking him all these questions, like, because he looks at the books and he goes and asks him, oh, is this like the next greatest thing you'll do for the world? And he goes, well, not really, no. This is like, he didn't really tell him like no, this is just like schoolwork, and it's not really, it's something that's supposed to be like. And the boy asks him very rudely, isn't it better, like, wasn't it better to just be a ghost? And he goes, well, no, it's not, because living itself is a miracle. He sort of takes that as a stupid answer, and I don't really know what trouble the boy was in, or like what happened. No one knows what happens, but the boy kind of goes. He basically goes, "You're not who I thought you were. I'm leaving." And so he doesn't leave. He just kind of sits there, and then Takeru starts asking him questions like, "Who are you? Like, what about your parents? And like, what's your name?" And Aran goes, "It's useless. He won't answer." And he answers the question of, like, "What's your name?" He goes, "Amu." And I think he answered that just to say, like, just to put Aran in his place and just be like, "I answered, haha, like, screw you." And then they start celebrating Takeru's new birthday. He just sort of gets annoyed. That's the point where he's like, "You're not who I thought you are. I'm leaving." So he runs away to the forest. Oh no, wait! Before that, they're talking, and Takeru asks Aram who attacked him, and then Aran's a painter now, apparently. That's something that happened as well. Like paints? No, I don't get it. He's a painter now, I guess. Jeez. And so he draws a picture of the Dark Xaid, not colored, by the way, and that is going to be a very like keep a note on that of he doesn't paint it, or he doesn't color it in. It's just a rudimentary picture of the guy, which why not color it? I mean, it'd make more sense to do so, because when the sort of original, when the not original, but when the good Xaid comes in, they'll be confused, and that's obvious. And so they show him a picture, and then Amu shows the game cartridge of the bicycle, and Ochan walks over and goes, "How peculiar." Like, oh, that's weird. Like, your icons weren't? I mean, they were. Like, oh, that's weird. Huh. Oh well. And so they start celebrating his new birthday, because Takeru is born again, quote unquote. And so they start celebrating, they start eating, dancing, and then Amu gets frustrated and leaves, literally runs away. He runs away to the forest, where there are pumpkins. It looked like there were pumpkins. Probably not true, but you know. And then they turn into the foot soldiers of X8's, or of X8's villains, rather. The viruses, because apparently we're going with Kyoryuger again, with the viruses in the yeah. So he sort of Takeru, they meet up with each other, and he sees Takeru sees that the kid's in trouble and sort of runs over and like henshin and starts fighting. And the kid starts to see, like, yeah, he is the kid, or he is the person that I have heard about. And like, this is who I heard about. And X8 kind of comes in. The good or real X8 sort of walks in, and instead of actually talking to Ghost, or anyone actually for that matter, he just sort of goes, "Give me that." And obviously the kid knows no better, because apparently everyone in fucking Ghost is colorblind. Because they are. Because he doesn't recognize colors really anymore at all. And so X8 obviously tries to explain, and Ghost obviously won't let him. And damn it, I keep saying "and" a lot. And so they start fighting. Damn it. Oh well. They start fighting, and then Dark X8 throws something, some shot thing at the kid, and they both sort of go, "Oh shoot, he's about to die. Let me run in front of it so I can get killed." And so they do run in front of it, and the game cartridge gets shot out of the kid's hand. And obviously Dark X8 goes, picks it up, and sort of vanishes again. And Takeru comes to the realization of, oh wait, he's actually good. Like, really? You didn't think about that before? Because, and the way he figures it out is amazing. The kid gets blasted. Oh my gosh. And they both sort of instinctively rather, run in front of it. And Takeru goes, "Wow, he like did that without thinking. He's actually good. Should have known that from the start, you stupid." That's basically it. Oh, I could have. Oh well. Stupid game. And that's about it. Oh, and X8 kind of goes, oh, I think we'll see each other again. Okay, so he bounces across. He bounces on a box and then hits another box, and a coin pops out of it, and then it turns into an icon because reasons. It's literally what I put it. I was like, why the heck did that? What? That made no sense. Like, that made literally no sense whatsoever. I was confused. I was confused at why did that work? And I don't think Blackadder can use sort of that anymore. Because he can only, or rather, we've only seen him use Ore in this episode alone. There should be a 51. So, overall thoughts, it was a bit confusing at times, but it was an overall good episode. And I'm although I don't like X8's level 1 form, I find it incredibly stupid. He looks like a giant fuck off puffball. And I hate it. It just does not look good. I can't, no. And the jumping sound effect got a little annoying after a while, which is to be well, not to be expected, but there are some things in Kamen Rider that just don't really understand. Either doesn't really make a lot of sense, or just straight up is like, alright, stop with that noise. But I think I know how Kamen Rider works enough to where it doesn't really matter to me. Because I know we'll see it for the first like 10, 12, maybe 15 episodes, and then he'll just start going to level 2. That will sort of be his base henshin at one point. And I do know that that's how that works. Because it happens in every single one. In Kabuto, there's a point where he just goes either hyper or he goes regular cast off form. In Kiva, Emperor. And I don't know. In Drive, there's a point where he just goes Tridron. As his base. This is what I'm going to be engineering into for the rest of the show. The Ghost did it as well with Mugen. Ghost did it the exact same. Every Kamen Rider does that once in a while. I don't know one Kamen Rider that hasn't done that. So they get a form and they don't use that as their base form for a while, even after they got it. I've never really seen that sort of thing happen before. Where it hasn't happened, I mean. I do have a couple questions for the series of where did Mugen disappear off to? Like, he was done fighting Adore. He was done fighting Island's brother. And the driver just sort of popped open and it like just jumped out and just goes, fades away and just goes whoosh. You're like, where did it go? The first time I saw it without subs, I was like, even when I did see it with subs, I was so confused. I was like, where did it go? It just sort of disappeared. That's not supposed to happen. And then okay, I sort of get why 1 through 5 did it. Or, sorry, 1 through 15 disappeared. And that's because he really didn't need them anymore. I mean, the threat was over with. But, I mean, like, he still could have used Mugen. Up until he got his body back. Because that is the one that he did create. I mean, maybe he made it disappear because he was like, you know what, I'm finished with. I don't need this anymore. Bye, I guess. I don't know. It's a question that probably will never be answered. But you know, I don't know. That's basically it. How long have I been recording for? I don't know, it doesn't say yet. I've been recording for... Did that say 30 minutes? Wow. Half an hour. Right around where I wanted to